For this reason, you shouldn't have LED lights in your room. Erica Justicia loved tidiness and couldn't tolerate anything dirty or out of place. When she invited friends to her house, she wouldn't let them move or even open their mouths so they wouldn't spread germs. One day, she was cleaning her room and felt like something was missing. She bought beautiful LED lights online, installed them neatly, and programmed the perfect color pattern and movement to illuminate her precious order. That night, Erica Justicia went to bed while enjoying the warmth of her new LED lights. When she fell asleep, a terrible noise woke her up. A massive hole appeared in the wall below the lights and water gushed out. She didn't realize the light pattern she programmed was a distress signal for the city's firefighters, who saw it and immediately went to the rescue. That's how Erica Justicia went completely insane when she saw the disaster they left behind, and she ended up being committed to the city's asylum forever. For this reason, you shouldn't have teddy bears in your room. Juanita Ramonchita had a huge collection of stuffed bears that she had gathered for many years ever since she was very little. In fact, you couldn't even enter her room because of the number of stuffed animals she had lying around everywhere. One day, Juanita Ramonchita was walking in the park and saw a boy with a rare limited edition stuffed bear. The young girl tried to buy the toy from him by tempting the boy with candy and coins, but he flatly refused. Very angry, Juanita Ramonchita took the stuffed animal from him and ran home, very proud of her feat. She entered her room and wanted to place the stolen stuffed bear right away, but the weight of the toys made everything collapse and fall on top of her. That's how Juanita Ramonchita ended up trapped under hundreds of stuffed animals that smelled old and rotten forever. For this reason, you shouldn't pet dogs on the street. Margarita Macarena disliked animals, especially dogs. Walking down the street, she would kick or throw trash at them for fun. One day, Margarita Macarena ran into the boy she liked, who happened to be walking his dog. She hurried to greet him and, trying to seem interesting, petted the dog and pretended to love animals. When she returned home, the young woman became itchy and developed horrible spots all over. The dog she petted gave her odd carnivorous fleas that burrowed under the skin and defecated what they ate. That's how Margarita Macarena ended up constantly itching and smelling like flea poop. That's why you shouldn't use virtual reality glasses. Clarissa Marisa loved playing video games, however the ones she wanted the most were too expensive for her and she could only play on pirate servers. She was obsessed with playing Final Fantastic, a virtual reality game that was trending all over the world, but she couldn't afford to buy the glasses. One day, the young woman told her favorite streamer she bought a supercomputer to play Final Fantastic. Clarissa Marisa, envious, stole the virtual reality glasses from the store and began exploring the world of Final Fantastic. When she took them off, she saw that something horrible had happened to her face. She played so long that sunlight through the window tanned her face, leaving marks from her virtual reality glasses. That was how Clarissa Marisa lived with an uneven tan forever. For this reason, you shouldn't put on perfume. Antonia Priscilla was walking around the mall when she noticed that one of the stores was giving away free perfume samples. She approached and they gave her one of the small samples. Not satisfied with this, Antonia Priscilla, who thought she was very clever, walked past the store several more times so they would give her many more samples until she got all the ones she wanted. Very proud of her feat, she returned home. The perfume had such a sweet and delicious scent that Antonia Priscilla couldn't resist and put on all the samples at once. She went to bed very calmly, not knowing what awaited her. The sweet scent of the perfumes attracted all the ants in the city, and they ate Antonia Priscilla while she slept. For this reason, you shouldn't put on Netflix at 3 in the morning. Monica Nicole was the most popular girl in school. She and her friends spent their time showing off their brand name clothes, making fun of and bothering their classmates. While the teachers weren't watching, Monica Nicole arranged a sleepover at her house and invited her friend. Her mother told them they could watch only one movie and then go to sleep because they had to wake up early to go to school. It was 3 in the morning and Monica Nicole suggested watching another movie on Netflix without her mother finding out. They started the movie, but after a while they fell asleep, not realizing that the light from the television was shining through the window, and this started attracting a lot of insects that broke the glass and entered the room. That's how Monica Nicole and her friend had to miss school forever. For this reason, you shouldn't look under your bed at 3 in the morning. Teresa Nicole always stayed up watching television until very late, which made it hard for her to see. One night at 3 in the morning, Teresa Nicole turned off the television and closed her eyes. After a few seconds, she started hearing some sounds coming from under her bed. Terrified, she messaged her friends and mother, but it was too late for a response. Teresa Nicole mustered her courage and went to investigate. When she peeked, a strong wind blew in her face. She quickly ran out of her room, but she felt that terrifying wind. Without speaking, she was left without herself. She was left without herself. She was left without. She was left without. She was left without senses. And in the middle of the session, the doctor recommended to the girl that she find an activity to release energy. Margarita Felicidad quickly asked her mother for a karaoke machine, got it, and began singing non-stop. She sang so badly that her mom asked her please if she could lower the volume because she was bothering the neighbors and not letting them sleep, but she didn't listen. At 3 in the morning, her hellish howls unknowingly summoned a demon. She tried to explain, but it was too late. The demon took her to hell, forcing her to take singing lessons forever. For this reason, you shouldn't buy eggs at the supermarket. Betiana Silvana hated cooking. She was always eating sweets and chips. She began feeling sick one day and went to the doctor, who said she urgently needed to change her diet. 2 days later, Betiana Silvana decided to break the diet. She went to the supermarket, ran into her doctor, pretended, grabbed vegetables, a strange box of eggs, and left angrily. Shorten and rephrase the text by about 20%, keep proper names and details intact. Preserve the Betiana Silvana went to find a candy store but noticed dozens of blackbirds watching her from the trees. She walked faster and suddenly they swooped down. Perspective, ensure grammatical correctness. Output in required JavaScript object notation format. Betiana Silvana went to find a candy store but noticed dozens of blackbirds watching her from the trees. She walked faster and suddenly they swooped down. She had taken eggs stolen from a crow's nest, a species known for being very protective. At that moment, she felt sharp claws grab her by the shoulders and carry her to their nest. That was how Betiana Silvana ended up living in a crow's nest where she was fed worms forever.